Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube. Still trying to say Flossmas. It's my first proper one of January. It is January the 12th, the Thursday, 20 to 1 in the afternoon, and I'm off work today, which is lovely. And I thought I would come on and give you some progress because I haven't been on for a bit. And yeah, I've worked on just 3 pieces so far this year. I'm going to put in a 4th tonight, tomorrow, maybe the next day. But I have stuck so far to my plan. I have not finished Snow Wizard yet, but I will show you it right now. I am getting close. I'm getting close, but there's actually quite a lot more stitching. When I was feeling very optimistic that I'd get it done, I still had like 5,000 or 6,000 stitches. How many to go? No, a lot more. There was 8,000 or 9,000 stitches to go still. I have, since the beginning of the year, put in 5,500 stitches into my Snow Wizard. It's currently sitting at 95%. So here is where it is at the moment. As you can see, I have gaps, but there's not as many gaps as, that's for you, that's from Maddie at Lizzie. Sorry, I've got Lizzie off school. She's sitting in because she's good and quiet. So I have gaps. There's quite a lot of white gaps and still quite a lot of 3772 or something gaps. That's my phone. Can you read it all right? Oh, you're in. Just found your DS under my bed. Oh no. Do you want to answer her on? Okay, we'll sort that. I'm just going to pull up my Snow Wizard on my pattern keeper. I'm going to have to do something about my pattern keeper. My phone is on its last legs and it's still not backed up, which, as we all know, is going to be a bit of an issue going forwards. 3770. It's this very pale cream that's all here. This cream and the white make up the majority of this here, and I've still got quite a lot of it to do. I've still got 1,000 stitches of 3770 to go and only 834 stitches of white, but I'm completed down to 3752 is the first colour there, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 12 colours and white to go, and they vary from 1,000 down to about 300, down to about 2. So I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. He's looking good, isn't he? Those little draglins are just jumping out. I think the draglins are basically done. Yes, there's very few stitches around them now. Mostly it's filling in these trees. Actually, this tree here is nearly filled. I've got quite a bit of filling to go on this tree here, and a big block of something with a very straight line down the side of it. I do hope it matches in really well, because we've had a few straight line issues up here that I didn't like. So there we go, there's my Snow Wizard. Still got 5% to go, which is still to go 3,000 stitches. So realistically, this should be done, and I should have moved on to the key by next Thursday. I'm going to try and run for Thursdays, unless my days off change or I have any big changes. I'm going to try and do my Thursday upload. So that was my Snow Wizard. He is coming along. 3,000 stitches left to go in him, and obviously I want him done. I finally picked up Treasure Hunt Bookshelf after not working on it for about a week and a half, and I've put in 1,224 stitches, which brings me to 0.17. So I'm 8.17% on my Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. I'll be putting up odd pictures if I've got one of where it was, probably pulled from my Whip Parade to show you where it was last time. But I've got a picture of this that I took at the end of the month to put into the Extreme Cross Stitch Challenge for the supersized 1% a month challenge, which I've done so far for 5 months, even though I'd already done 3 months work on this. So currently I am here, and I've put in quite a lot of work down here on these what's going to be books down here, and I've filled in. I've done what I usually do, pick a colour. I've got 3 stitches up here, 2 of them are the same colour and 1 of them is something else to finish off this corner here. and then my next gaps are here. So as the month goes on, I'll fill in my gaps, my little bit gaps, and then I'll work on chunks of colour. This is the next line of books, like the next bookshelf, the next shelf down. So these are like spines of books, like the purples and blues above. So you get big, not big chunks of colour, it's all confetti, but as you can see, I can use one colour and put in lots of stitches in one go, which is really useful when you're trying to put in 7,000 stitches. So quite a big chunk of this is going to get filled this month. So I'm really happy with my progress there. I'm only at 0.17 for the month, and I need to be at obviously the next whole number, which will be 9%. So I've got work to do on this. I'm still playing a little bit of catch up, but I tend to do fits and starts. I am actually, I have stolen Pioneer Food Service 2022's diary, which had not been opened. So it's out of date, and look at me, I'm so clever. All I've done is scribble out the day and write in the right day. So I'm actually keeping track at the moment of 1, my work hours, and 2, how many stitches I'm doing in a day, so I can actually tell what I'm doing. And things like treasure hunt bookshelf, 720 that day, 500 that day. Ooh, haven't done a great deal actually. I've had 2 goes at it. Yeah, I've only had 2 goes at it this month so far. So I've only stitched on it twice, but I've put 1,200 stitches in, which if we're looking at 280 stitches a day, say 300 is 3, 6, 9, 12, like 4 days work. So I'm still 8 days behind, but I'll catch myself up. By the end of the month, even if I have to work on that solidly for the last week of the month, I will get my stitches in it. And then my other piece I've been working on, and I have done, still in the Q snap, that's good, is the pointed fifth, which was the long dog I called and said I'm going to stitch on this one in January, and I am loving stitching on it. I have put in, let me get to the right page, at the beginning of the year it was at 33.53%. Hopefully there is a picture coming up here of where it was. I've put in 1,740 stitches, and I am now at 36.08%. And here is where it is just now. So, and there's a bit down there, but this is a bit I'm working on this bit here at the moment. So what have I done? I have, this bit here was still not fixed. It was frogged but not restitched. So I've restitched that bit. I've stitched this entire 8. Oh crikey! Every time I forget what it is. 823 is the étoile. The navy blue is 823 étoile. So it's sparkly fabric with sparkly étoile. So I stitched in him this lovely seahorse crown unicorn with a bird on his back thing, and I finished off the geese block and I stitched the little mousey, and then this is the back end of a cat, this is the arse end of a cat. I just had the thread left, so rather than just leave it, I just stitched it in, and I've stitched some of the blending, some of the blends you can see I've stitched. I've done this bit here and quite a bit of this. So I'm just going to keep chugging that way. I actually want to find, and I know I've got quite a long way to go because it's going to come to about here, I think. I want to find the top corner and then chug down. I was going to see if I could find the bottom corner, but I was just racing to the bottom there. So I thought, no, just slow and steady. So I'm going this way on here at the moment. But as you can see, it's coming along. It's coming along. And there's a bit missing in there. So that's my pointed fifth. And yeah, still absolutely loving that. I've taken out some of the gridding. Taken out some of it's holding in quite tight. The thread I was using wasn't as slidey as I thought it would. As you pull it out, you can see this gold. It scrumples up, like when you curl a ribbon. It scrumples, whereas the filament, the Gutermann filament, it just pulls. You can just pull it out and it's still completely straight. So I've got crumply bits. You can see there's little crumply. These are all crumply where I've pulled them along, but the Gutermann just hangs dead straight. So that's much easier. What I'm saying is that's easier filament to pull out. So I've kind of pulled it that way and then I restitch it in for a bit further along. So I'm happy with that and I'm motoring along with him. And I will keep going for, well, it's nearly the middle of the month. I'm going to keep going with the 3 projects I have here. Should I get 3,000 stitches into this, I will put this to wash and I will start on the key. I will pick back up the key and carry on with that for the rest of the month. And then we'll see how much I'm enjoying the key, and I might use it for February as well. Now, not a new start yet, but it did arrive, and I believe it arrived after, I haven't done a video since it's arrived. It's my Bossy Threads kit. I bought a kit of the 12 Days of Christmas. Now, here's the picture. And I just love it because I love the 12 Days of Christmas things. And yeah, I just really like this one. And what I'm going to do, it's stitched as a block. These are essentially 10 centimetre square blocks. So I'm going to stitch each one separate, finish them as a little fabric backed flat fold, and I'm going to make a little box so that all 12 sit in a little box, and I'm going to give that to my mum for Christmas this year. So I've got to do these this year. To that end, I haven't started it yet, but there's 12 months and there's 12 pictures, so I need to do one and a little bit every month to get it done in time. I'm quite impressed with the kit actually. I've never had a Bossy Threads kit. It's come beautifully done. They're all arranged nicely on the floss thing. There's a big bundle of that I've clearly not got here. There's a big bundle of like some sort of nasty gold stuff and like a very fine pearl, which all the back stitch, top stitch is done with the pearl, so that's lovely. It's in 2 different colours. You've just got there is white and there is green. Yes, see there's green back stitch on these ones and the white. It's either white or green. So there's a big pile of that. There's a big pile of gold. I'm just going to use the kit thread, and if it drives me batty, so be it. I'll just cut short lengths and just do my best with it, because I've got it and I'm not buying something else when they've already sent me a whole pile of it. It came with a piece of absolutely definitely Zweigart 14 count Ada. So I'm going to probably get 9, hopefully more than 6, but hopefully I'll get 9 of them on here at 10 centimetre squared, and then I'll leave, instead of butting it right up, I'll leave 2 inches and then do number 2, and then I'll leave 2 inches and just see if I can fit them on. I've got lots of 14 count Zweigart Ada. I've got the offcuts from this, again same deal. So I've got spare 14 counts. So if they don't, then obviously they're not going to fit on this, all of them, because this is meant for this shape. But I have this, I'm going to use this, and when I run out of this I'm going to find some other 14 count and I'm going to carry on. So that's my idea. Haven't started it yet, but I'm planning to. It's come with lovely huge paper patterns, and 2 paper patterns. One, they're printed on lovely very clear A3 sheets, one for the cross stitching and one for the back stitching, so I can mark it off as I go and I'm not marking off where the back stitch is going to be. So that is really nice actually. You know, I'm not a kit user, so, and the only other kits I've got, World of Books and Peaceful Street, are Russian, so they were a bit tricky. They were a bit tricksy to sort out. It also came with a little pack with some sequins and some beads in. It's come with lots of needles, which I've already lost 2 of them because Eric bounced on. I had all my stuff piled up. You know what he did. Lizzie's laughing. Little bugger in the night. He decides he wants feeding. He gets me up at about between 2 and 3 in the morning. He gets me up, meow, 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 poke, noise, crash, walk across my face, meow, meow. And as soon as he senses you're coming light out of sleep, he like ramps it up. Yeah, as soon as he's had his food, he comes and snoozes by me, and he's good all the rest of the night. But bad cat. I'd put everything ready to do my video and put my Snow Wizard on top of it, because this doesn't quite fit over my DMC box. This isn't quite, DMC box is kind of the same shape. So I had it all piled with that on top, and Eric just went, there, have that. So it always went. So the needles are on the floor somewhere. They're still in their little packets. I'll find them eventually in about 3 years. I've got lots of needles. Anyway, I'm going to get started with that. Start on that. I'm starting with number one for January, and we'll see how much of it I can accomplish and how much more stitching on it I'll need to do to get through my goal. Anyway, I think that's me. These might be short and sweet this year because I'm quite targeted on my projects, I hope. I'm really enjoying the 3 projects I'm working on. I'm pushing for my finish on the Snow Wizard, and I'm already looking forward to the key. I've left it out. I keep looking at it going, but I'm going to finish the Snow Wizard first. So yeah, I'm happy with my long dog I'm working on. It's lovely to work on a different one. And Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, just got to keep putting the stitches in, and I'm still loving putting every stitch into that, so that's good because I've got an awfully long way to go. All's fine here. Lizzie is off school. She's a little bit poorly. Took Maddie back to university Sunday evening. Me and Lizzie slept on. That's probably what made Lizzie ill. Me and Lizzie slept on Maddie's floor on Sunday night, and then we drove up through sort of Monday afternoon, early evening, and we've all been really tired since then. But Maddie's back and she's happy, and I think she's settling herself back in now. Her course doesn't start again until I think next week maybe, but she's happy to be back. She turns 20 this coming week. Actually, she turns 20 in 2 days. I need to do something about that. And yeah, then I will have a child who is no longer a teenager, which is astonishing to me. But there we go. Time has passed. Ooh. Anyway, I think that's me for today, guys. I'll quickly stick some pictures in this and get it uploaded to you, and I will see you hopefully again next Thursday, and if it's not next Thursday, it'll be soon. I will see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.